The Blackberry PlayBook has been out for some time now, but with a major revamp of its operating system and a significant drop in price since launch, the PlayBook is finally in the competitive ballpark. But can this tablet offering from RIM draw the same unique fan base their phone range did? Let's take a look. They opted for the boxy feel. This is a nice change and gives a distinct experience that was not unpleasant. It holds a decent amount of weight though for a 7-inch tablet, but feels strong. And with the matte rubber finish on back and sides, I feel confident the tablet would survive some roughing up. There are no buttons on the front face of the device, leaving gesturing to achieve all the multitasking functions. However, the power lock button and volume are positioned at the top middle of the device, which is a poor ergonomic choice. It forces a movement that is unnatural, and the lock button itself doesn't protrude far from the PlayBook's chassis, making it difficult to locate. Inclusion of the micro HDMI output was a worthwhile feature, and the device is otherwise connected via micro USB or the docking port. The PlayBook is driven by a beefy A9 dual-core processor and required every bit of this power. It offers a seamless experience propelled by gestures to accomplish what I felt was my favourite experience so far with multitasking. All applications remain active, including video playback, and the PlayBook doesn't struggle one iota with flicking in and out of applications. They kindly included two full HD cameras, a 5-megapixel rear-facing and a generous 3-megapixel front-facing camera. They both performed really well, giving good quality images and video, but no options for cross-platform chat leaves an unrealistically high expectation that everyone would adopt this device, and leaving the front-facing camera null and void. Lack of expandable memory is also disappointing, but 3 variations to storage are available at 16, 32 and 64 gig. I was pretty happy with the quality of screen that was shipped in this tablet. You know, on paper it's lower than the likes of the Nexus 7, but in practice it has lovely contrast, brightness and an accurate colour representation. I have a definite fondness for 7-inch tablets as a media device, and I think a 10-inch variant would not have served better due to what BlackBerry offers consumers app-wise. The screen will run in both portrait and landscape. I found portrait far better for using the keyboard, but this was not possible for certain apps like the Mail client, which are fixed to a landscape-only view. The operating system is familiar and very simple to navigate. Customization is much like the iPad in that you have a panel of quick launch icons available and apps sprawling across pages. Unlike the iPad, however, they are not limited to the amount of rows on each page, giving the possibility for a single page of vertically navigated apps. Gestures and multitasking are integrated exceptionally, and the general flow and intuitiveness of the OS design is fantastic. The limitation in fixing screen edge gestures to multitasking operations limits the possibility of in-app navigation requiring capacitive button presses rather than nice free-moving gestures. It dampens but doesn't ruin an otherwise fluid experience. As of early 2012, the OS was updated to version 2.0, giving rise to much-needed tweaks and application inclusions such as contacts, calendar, and messages, the omission of which was a certain deal-breaker at launch and a welcomed rectification. Previously, the requirement of the PlayBook's key feature, the Blackberry Bridge, was far more necessary than what it has become. Turning this feature on now gives the PlayBook additional control functionality, as well as access to BlackBerry messaging, memo pad, and tasks, which are simultaneously updated on both devices. Mind you, if you are not a BlackBerry smartphone owner, you won't notice or care that you don't have these functions. Look, I don't want to spend my life ranting about the BlackBerry app world, but it does nothing to give the PlayBook longevity for those wanting it all out of a tablet. It is riddled with the same issues RIM's smartphone range suffers, however this time support for some Android apps has become available. The ones currently supported did little to wow me, Google Maps and Box being the clear winners. The browser of the PlayBook performed fair on JavaScript benchmark tests, well short however of the latest tablet offering from Samsung, but reasonable for when it was released, and support for Adobe Flash was very well received. The standard suite of multimedia applications are preloaded into this tablet, nothing groundbreaking or innovative, but enough to give continued usefulness of the PlayBook. It doesn't lead the pack in this regard, but in terms of what you will use the 7-inch tablet for, I was in no way overly disappointed. At launch, I would have never recommended this tablet purely on bang for your buck. Now that it is running OS 2.0 and the price has dropped to $200, I find it a much more attractive offer. If you are looking for a tablet capable of media playback, internet browsing and games in a portable size, this is a great option. Particularly if you are already a Blackberry consumer, it complements the handsets well. Follow the Amazon link below to pick one up for a steal today. I'm Kurt from KABOOtech,